Hi kindergarten, it's baseball week. I hope you're excited. Mrs. Dorr and I love to go to the Reds games with our family, and we've made up a really fun unit for the classroom that we love to do with our kindergartners. This year it's going to be a little bit different, but we're still going to bring baseball to you. If you are out this week outside, maybe you could play a game of baseball, eat some peanuts, eat some hot dogs, enjoy yourself and celebrate baseball, because that's what we're going to do this week. All right, our first activity that we are going to do together involves these math pages here. Okay, you are going to count my baseballs. You're going to count my baseballs, and you're going to see how many baseball long are my baseball items. So some of our baseball items today are a cleat, my St. Mary's blue ribbon baseball bat. We're going to use a baseball, and we're going to use home plate. Now we don't have the home plate that we usually use at school to measure, so I brought this one home from school, and we're just going to make do with that today. All right, let's get started. Let's look over here at the cleat, okay? You need to count how many baseballs long my cleat is. Go ahead and count those. See how many long it is. Okay, then you are going to record on number 1 how many long the cleat is. So how many balls did it take? How many baseballs did it take? Use the tens frame, show me using tally marks, and then write the number for me. Make sure your numbers are going the correct way. Remember, we don't want to see backwards numbers. All right, go ahead and pause your video if you need to, and then answer these questions, and then come back to me. Okay, we're going to move over to my bat here. We're going to see how many baseballs it took to measure my baseball bat here. All right, so go ahead and count my balls here and record them for number 2 on the tens frame, using the tally marks, and using the written number. All right, let's zoom in on here again so you can pause it and count the baseballs there. Okay. All right, now I'm gonna set up the next 2 things that we're going to measure, and I'll get back to you. I'll see you in a minute. All right, kindergarten, we're back. Now we're gonna finish up our paper here, and we're going to measure home plate. So let's count the baseballs and see how many baseballs it took to measure home plate. Go ahead, we're gonna zoom in, and you can pause your video and count the baseballs, record on your tens frames with tally marks and the written number. Go ahead and do that. All right, we're back for our last one. Our last one we're going to measure is the baseballs. Tell me how many on the tens frame using tally marks and the written number. Go ahead and see how many small baseballs it took to measure my 1 regular baseball. Okay, now I'm gonna do some little math problems up here with you guys. Let's see how we can do this. We're gonna move up here. Alrighty, so we're gonna do some math problems, so you know how to do the next page. So this is just an example. This is not what's on the next page. This is just an example of how you're gonna complete your next math page. All right, so my math problem here says the cleat plus home plate equals. So right here, you know what that means. If that's the addition sign, that means we're going to add. So I'm going to take the cleat, which it says here it took 7. So I'm going to put that on my tens frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so I did the cleat. And then it says I need to add home plate to it. So let me find home plate had 12. All right, now don't forget, you're going to continue from where you left off. So we're going to add 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, so then my cleat took 7, okay? And home plate took 12. 7 plus 12 equals. What does 7 plus 12 equal? Let's look at our tens frame here. Well, actually, this is our 20s frame, but what did it equal? Add those up. I can see if these are 20 and there's 1 missing, that must be 19. I can count all these up. I know this is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 7 plus 12 equals 19. Okay? So that's just an example of how you're going to complete the next page. Let's do a subtraction one together, okay? All right, so this says bat minus the cleat. I'm gonna look at this right here, and what does that mean? That's a subtraction sign, yes. So do we add or take away? Correct, we take away if we are subtracting. So I'm going to take the bat, all right? So it said the bat took 13. So I'm gonna write the number 13 here, okay? And then I'm going to draw 13 circles on my 20s frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, there's 13. And then it says to subtract, take away the cleat. All right, the cleat took 7. So I'm gonna put a 7 down here. 13 minus 7. So now I'm going to X those out. I'm gonna cross them out. I don't want them on there anymore. So I'm gonna subtract 7, take 7 away. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so those with the X's, they're not there anymore. We took them away. How many do I have left here? I have 5 and 1. Oh, what does that equal? 6, very good. So I'm gonna write a 6 here, and it says 13 minus 7 equals 6. Kindergarten, that's higher level thinking right there. And that's where we left off before we had to go home and do homeschooling. So I know that you know how to do this. We just have to use our brains and get those cobwebs out of there and remind us how to subtract. The adding, you've got that down. This is just great how you can do it. This is more of a challenge. And so let's get those cobwebs out of there and start practicing our subtraction facts. I know you can do it. So you're going to take the paper that has blown away right here. You're going to take this paper and you are going to do your subtraction at the bottom and addition at the top. And you're going to send this to me along with your other 2 papers that we filled out. All right, I hope you have a great day and get out there and play some baseball. Later.